Welcome back to Coins Tool. Today, we're diving deep into one of the most extraordinary finds in numismatic history, the 2003 D-Mint Mark Lincoln penny. Now, this is no ordinary penny. This little copper coin is valued at a staggering $1.4 million. Yes, you heard that right, a penny worth over $1 million. So, stick around as we unravel the mystery behind this incredible coin, why it's so valuable, and how you might just have one hiding in your pocket change. First, let's talk about the basics. The 2003 Lincoln penny was minted in Denver, which is signified by the D mint mark just below the date on the coin. Like most pennies minted from 1982 onwards, it's made primarily of zinc with a thin copper coating. But what makes this particular penny stand out? Why is it worth so much? The answer lies in a rare minting error. In the world of coin collecting, errors are like golden tickets. They're highly sought after, and depending on the type of error, they can drastically increase a coin's value. The 2003 D penny we're talking about today is known as a mule error coin. This happens when a coin is struck using mismatched dies. Dies are the metal stamps used to strike the design onto the coin. In this case, the 2003 D penny was struck using the obverse die of a Lincoln penny and the reverse die of a Roosevelt dime. This kind of error is extremely rare because minting processes are usually very precise, and catching such errors before coins leave the mint is a high priority. Now let's talk money. Why is this penny worth $1.4 million? Several factors contribute to this astronomical value. First, the rarity. There are only a handful of known mule errors, making this coin incredibly scarce. Second, the condition or grade of the coin. The coin we're discussing today was graded by the Professional Coin Grading Service, PCGS, as a mint state 69, MS 69. In layman's terms, it's almost flawless, with only the slightest imperfections visible under magnification. The combination of rarity, the specific type of error, and its pristine condition drives the value through the roof. Finally, the provenance or history of the coin also plays a role. Who owned it, how it was discovered, and its journey to the auction block can all add layers of value. The $1.4 million price tag isn't just a speculative number, it's a real figure that this coin fetched at a recent auction. The sale took place at Insert Auction House Name, a renowned auction house specializing in rare coins. The bidding war was intense, with collectors from around the world vying for this unique piece of history. And when the hammer finally dropped, it sold for an astonishing $1.4 million. This sale has set a new precedent in the numismatic community, highlighting the growing interest and value in modern mint errors. So, how can you tell if your 2003 D penny is a mule error worth millions? Here are some key things to look for. 1. Look at the Lincoln side of the coin. Make sure it looks exactly like any other Lincoln penny. 2. Now check the tails side. If you see anything other than the Lincoln memorial, such as the torch, oak branch, and olive branch from a Roosevelt dime, you might have a mule error. 3. Verify the mint mark, D for Denver, and the year, 2003. This combination is critical. 4. If you suspect you've found one, don't try to sell it right away. Instead, get it authenticated by a professional grading service like PCGS or NGC. They can confirm its authenticity and assign a grade, which is crucial for determining its value. The world of coin collecting is always evolving. With the rise of online auctions and a growing global interest in numismatics, rare coins like the 2003 D mule error penny are likely to continue appreciating in value. If you're a collector, or even if you're just curious, now is a great time to pay attention to your pocket change. Who knows, you might be holding on to a small fortune. Thanks for joining me on this deep dive into the incredible story of the 2003 D Mint Mark Lincoln penny worth $1.4 million. If you enjoyed this video and want to see more content about rare coins and valuable finds, make sure to hit that like button, subscribe, and ring the notification bell so you never miss an update. And of course, drop a comment below. What's the most valuable coin you've ever found? I'd love to hear your stories. Until next time, keep hunting, and good luck! We're diving deep into the story of the 2019 Lincoln penny that sold for a whopping $1.3 million. We'll break down what makes this coin so valuable, how it became a collector's treasure, and what you should look for if you think you have one of these rare coins in your possession. Historical images of Abraham Lincoln, old pennies, and the evolution of the Lincoln cent over the years. The Lincoln penny, first introduced in 1909, has been a staple of American currency for over a century. Featuring the iconic image of the 16th President of the United States, Abraham Lincoln, this penny has undergone several changes over the years. From the wheat ears on the reverse side in its early days to the Lincoln Memorial introduced in 1959, and more recently, the shield design we see today. In 2019, to celebrate the 110th anniversary of the Lincoln cent and the 200th anniversary of Abraham Lincoln's birth, the U.S. Mint released a special series of pennies with a unique twist, a mint mark. What makes the 2019 penny so special? It's all about the W mint mark. In a historic move, the U.S. Mint released a limited number of Lincoln pennies bearing the W mint mark, signifying they were minted at the West Point Mint. This was the first time in history that the West Point Mint produced circulating Lincoln cents, making these pennies an instant hit among collectors. 3 different versions of the 2019 W penny were released, one with a standard finish, one with an uncirculated finish, and one with a proof finish. While each of these coins has its own value, one particular variant became the crown jewel for collectors. In the world of coin collecting, rarity and condition are everything. The 2019 W penny that fetched $1.3 million was a unique specimen. It wasn't just any ordinary penny, it was a double-die variety, meaning an error occurred during the minting process that caused the design to appear twice, slightly offset, giving it a distinct and rare appearance. This specific error, combined with the fact that it was a first-of-its-kind coin from the West Point Mint, made it an extremely rare and valuable piece. When it was put up for auction, collectors and investors recognized its worth immediately, leading to a fierce bidding war. The final price? An astounding $1.3 million, making it one of the most expensive pennies ever sold. Side-by-side comparisons of regular pennies and the rare 2019 W penny, with emphasis on the mint mark and possible errors. So, how can you tell if you've got a valuable 2019 penny in your hands? First, look for the W mint mark, which is located just below the date on the coin's obverse side. If you spot that, you've got something special. But to really hit the jackpot, you'll want to look closely for any doubling on the letters or numbers, especially on Liberty, In God We Trust, and the date itself. If you think you have a double-die penny, it's worth having it professionally graded. Even if you don't have the $1 million version, other 2019 W pennies in top condition can still fetch a significant price, often ranging from hundreds to thousands of dollars. A graphic showing the current market trends for 2019 W pennies, with fluctuating prices and recent sales data. As of now, the market for 2019 W pennies remains strong. While the $1.3 million penny is a rare outlier, other high-grade examples continue to command impressive prices at auction. Depending on the finish and condition, these coins can be worth anywhere from $50 to several $1,000s. Collectors are always on the lookout for these special coins, so if you have one in pristine condition, it could be a valuable addition to your collection, or a profitable sale. The story of the 2019 Lincoln penny is a perfect example of how something as small and seemingly insignificant as a penny can hold incredible value. Whether you're a seasoned collector or just someone curious about the world of coins, this is a reminder to always keep an eye on your change. You never know when you might find a hidden treasure. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for more content on rare coins and collectibles. And if you have any stories about valuable coins you found, let us know in the comments below. Who knows, you might just inspire the next big discovery. We're diving into the fascinating world of coin collecting, where even a humble 1989 Lincoln penny could make you a millionaire. Cut to a high-energy intro with flashy graphics and upbeat music, showing the channel name and logo. Key 1989 Lincoln penny is an ordinary-looking coin that most people wouldn't think twice about. After all, it was mass-produced, with billions minted in Denver that year. But what if I told you that one specific 1989 D penny could be worth an incredible $1.8 million? Before we jump into the specifics, let's take a quick look at the history of the Lincoln penny. First introduced in 1909, the Lincoln cent has become one of the most iconic coins in American history. But not all pennies are created equal. Some have rare features, errors, or unique characteristics that make them highly valuable to collectors. So, what exactly makes a coin like this worth so much money? Several factors can contribute to a coin's value. These include its rarity, condition, demand among collectors, and any unique errors or minting anomalies. In the case of the 1989 D penny, rumors have circulated that there may be a very rare error on one of these coins, making it worth a fortune. Error coins are particularly sought after because they are often one of a kind or extremely rare. Some errors, like double dies, where the design is struck twice, or misaligned dies, can increase the value of a coin exponentially. Collectors are always on the lookout for these rare treasures. But what about the 1989 D penny that's supposedly worth $1.8 million? Is it real, or is it just a myth? Let's explore where this claim comes from. Some reports have surfaced online claiming that a rare version of the 1989 D penny with a unique error was sold for a staggering $1.8 million at auction. However, there's a lot of skepticism surrounding this claim. So far, no reputable auction houses or coin experts have confirmed the existence of this specific coin. While it's true that some pennies can be worth a lot of money, there's no verified record of a 1989 D penny selling for anywhere near $1.8 million. It's possible that this is an urban legend or a miscommunication that spread online. Even though the $1.8 million claim might not hold water, that doesn't mean your 1989 D penny is worthless. There are still things you can look for that might make it valuable. Look for double dies, repunched mint marks, or off-center strikes. Coins in mint or near-mint condition are always more valuable. A proof coin has a sharper, more detailed design and is highly sought after. Unusual or rare variations, like a transitional error, could increase value. Inspect your 1989 D penny closely for any signs of minting errors or unique features. Even if you don't find a $1 million coin, some pennies can still be worth significantly more than face value, especially if they're in pristine condition. Scene transitions to the narrator sitting back at the desk, this time with a computer showing current coin prices. Alright, let's talk about the current market value of the 1989 D penny. Realistically, a regular 1989 D penny in circulated condition is worth about 1 cent, maybe a bit more to a collector. However, if you find one in uncirculated condition or with a rare error, it could fetch anywhere from a few dollars to a couple of $100s, depending on the buyer. The best way to determine the value of your coin is to have it appraised by a professional coin dealer or submit it to a grading service. Remember, while the $1.8 million claim might be more fiction than fact, the thrill of the hunt and the potential for discovering a valuable coin is very real. So, the next time you come across a 1989 D penny in your pocket change, don't just toss it aside. Give it a closer look. You might just find a hidden treasure. Thanks for joining me on this coin adventure. If you enjoyed this video, be sure to like, subscribe, and hit that notification bell so you never miss out on our latest coin discoveries. And let me know in the comments below if you've ever found a valuable coin. We're exploring a fascinating and rare piece of American history, the 1980 mint mark Lincoln penny that's making headlines for its incredible value. Can you imagine a 1-cent coin being worth up to $1.7 million? Yep, you heard that right. So, grab your magnifying glasses, because we're about to uncover the secrets behind this extraordinary penny. Let's jump right in. The 1980 Lincoln penny might seem like your ordinary 1-cent coin, but under closer inspection, it's anything but ordinary. What makes this coin so special? Why is it worth a staggering $1.7 million on the current market? Let's break it down. First, a bit of history. The Lincoln cent was introduced in 1909, replacing the Indian head penny. It was the first American coin to feature a real person's likeness, none other than President Abraham Lincoln, in honor of his 100th birthday. The Lincoln cent has seen various design changes over the decades, but the portrait of Lincoln on the obverse has remained a constant. Fast forward to 1980, a time when the US Mint was producing millions of these coins each year. So, how could one of these mass-produced pennies be worth millions today? The answer lies in its unique mint mark. Mint marks are tiny letters on coins that indicate where they were produced. In 1980, Lincoln pennies were minted at 3 locations: Philadelphia, no mint mark; Denver, D mint mark; and San Francisco, S mint mark. But what if we told you there's a special variation that collectors are going crazy over? The 1980 penny we're talking about features a mint mark error or a unique variation. Some coins produced that year bear a mint mark that was either double-struck, filled, or features an unexpected anomaly. These coins were accidentally released into circulation, and only a few lucky people managed to get their hands on them. In the world of coin collecting, rarity is king. The fewer coins available, the higher their value. And when it comes to this 1980 Lincoln penny, we're talking about extreme rarity. Experts estimate that only a handful of these era pennies exist in the world today. Collectors are always on the hunt for era coins like this. It's like finding a needle in a haystack, but when you do, it's pure gold, or in this case, copper. The rarity combined with the era factor has driven the price of this coin sky high, with some even fetching prices as high as $1.7 million at auctions. Now let's talk numbers. How did a penny, literally worth 1 cent, reach a market value of $1.7 million? The answer lies in auction records. In recent years, rare coin auctions have seen a surge in high-stakes bidding, with collectors willing to pay top dollar for the rarest of the rare. The most recent sale of this 1980 mint mark era penny took place just last year, shattering previous records. With a final bid of $1.7 million, this penny became one of the most expensive coins in modern history. And the market value? It's expected to keep climbing as these coins become even rarer and more sought after. So, how can you tell if you have one of these rare pennies in your collection? First, you'll need a good magnifying glass. Examine the mint mark closely. Look for any signs of doubling, an unusual shape, or other anomalies. If you spot anything that seems off, it might be worth getting it checked out by a professional coin grader. Remember, even a slight difference in the mint mark can make a huge difference in value. So, it's always better to get a second opinion from an expert. If you're thinking about investing in rare coins, now might be the perfect time. The market for numismatics is booming, and rare coins like the 1980 Lincoln penny are only getting more valuable. However, remember that coin collecting isn't just about the money, it's about the history, the craftsmanship, and the thrill of the hunt. Whether you're a seasoned collector or just starting out, the world of coins offers endless possibilities. Who knows? The next penny you find in your pocket change could be worth millions. And that wraps up our deep dive into the 1980 mint mark Lincoln penny. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to give it a thumbs up and subscribe to your channel name for more exciting content on coins, collectibles, and more. Hit that notification bell so you never miss an update. Do you have any rare coins in your collection? Share your stories in the comments below. I'd love to hear about them. Thanks for watching, and until next time, happy collecting! Include a segment or a pinned comment with tips for viewers on where to find resources for coin grading, reputable auction houses, and how to start a coin collection. For those of you interested in diving deeper into coin collecting, check out the links in the description for resources on coin grading, reputable auction houses, and how to start your own collection. We've got a story that will absolutely blow your mind. We're talking about a penny, yes, a single penny, that's worth a staggering $1.6 million. It's the 1982 Lincoln cent, and if you're lucky, you might just have one in your pocket change. So, stick around to find out what makes this little coin so valuable, and how you could potentially strike it rich. Before we jump into what makes this 1982 penny so special, let's take a quick trip back in time. The Lincoln cent has been a staple in American currency since 1909, when it first featured the iconic portrait of Abraham Lincoln. But the story of the 1982 penny is particularly intriguing due to a major change in its composition. In 1982, the U.S. Mint faced rising copper prices, making it increasingly expensive to produce pennies. So, they decided to switch from the traditional 95% copper composition to a copper-plated zinc version. However, during this transition year, the Mint produced both copper and zinc pennies, creating a unique opportunity for collectors. Now, here's where it gets really interesting. Most of the 1982 pennies were made from zinc, but a few were mistakenly struck in the old copper composition. These rare copper 1982 pennies are what everyone's talking about. So, what's the deal with the $1.6 million penny? The key is in the details. The penny we're talking about is a 1982 D small date copper cent. Let me break that down for you. First, there's the small date. This refers to a specific design of the date on the penny. In 1982, the Mint used two different date styles, a small date and a large date. The small date has a more compact appearance, and this specific version was struck at the Denver Mint, which is why it has the D Mint mark. But here's the kicker: this particular penny is made of copper. Remember, by 1982, most pennies were supposed to be made of zinc. The fact that this penny was mistakenly struck in copper makes it incredibly rare. And if you're wondering why this penny is worth $1.6 million, it all comes down to rarity, demand, and condition. As of now, only one 1982 D small date copper penny has been confirmed, and it's in near perfect condition, making it a one-of-a-kind treasure. Alright, now it's time for the moment you've been waiting for: how to check if you have one of these valuable pennies. First, you'll need a few basic tools: a magnifying glass, a good light source, and maybe even a small scale. Step 1. Check the date. Look for a 1982 penny with a D Mint mark under the date. Make sure it's a small date, which will look more compact and closer to the rim compared to the large date. Step 2. Weigh the penny. A copper penny should weigh around 3.11 grams, whereas a zinc penny will be much lighter, around 2.5 grams. If your 1982 D small date penny weighs 3.11 grams, you might be holding a fortune in your hands. If you think you've found one, it's crucial to get it authenticated by a professional coin grading service. This will confirm its composition and, if it's the real deal, could potentially skyrocket its value. Now let's talk money. As of the most recent auction, the 1982 D small date copper penny sold for a jaw-dropping $1.6 million. That's because it's the only known example in existence, making it a true collector's dream. The value of rare coins like this can fluctuate based on market demand, the condition of the coin, and the number of collectors interested in it. So, while your penny might not sell for $1.6 million tomorrow, it's still an incredible piece of history and a potential goldmine. So, there you have it, the story of the 1982 D small date copper penny that's worth a fortune. It's amazing to think that a simple mistake at the Mint could turn an ordinary penny into $1 million treasure. Who knows? That jar of pennies you've been ignoring might just hold one of these rare gems. It's always worth taking a closer look. Thanks for tuning into Coins Tool. If you enjoyed this video, be sure to give it a thumbs up, share it with your friends, and don't forget to subscribe for more exciting stories about rare coins and collectibles. We're diving into a fascinating and highly valuable coin that has collectors buzzing. Imagine finding a penny in your pocket worth $1.8 million. Sounds unreal, right? Well, that's the story of the 1975 Mint Mark Lincoln penny that's currently making headlines. If you're a coin enthusiast, or even just curious about how a single penny can be worth a fortune, then stick around as we break down what makes this coin so special. The Lincoln penny has been a staple in American currency for over a century. First minted in 1909 to commemorate the 100th anniversary of Abraham Lincoln's birth. But not all Lincoln pennies are created equal. The one we're talking about today is no ordinary penny. It's a coin so rare and valuable that it has become a legend among collectors. Before we get into the details, let's rewind to 1975, a year that saw major changes in the world, from the end of the Vietnam War to the rise of personal computers. The US Mint was also making its own headlines, but little did anyone know that a small mistake in the minting process that year would create one of the most valuable coins in history. So, what's the deal with the 1975 Lincoln penny? The key lies in the mint mark, or rather, the lack of one. You see, coins minted at different facilities often have a small letter indicating where they were made: P for Philadelphia, D for Denver, and S for San Francisco. But in 1975, something went wrong. There are a few 1975 pennies that were struck without a mint mark when they should have had one, specifically the S mark for the San Francisco Mint. These error coins were never supposed to leave the mint, but some did, and they've become the holy grail for coin collectors. Now, let's talk about the money. The coin we're discussing recently made headlines when it was valued at a staggering $1.8 million. That's right, $1.8 million for a penny. But why so much? First, it's all about rarity. Only a handful of these error coins are known to exist, which makes them incredibly rare. Rarity is a major factor in the value of any collectible, especially coins. The second factor is demand. Coin collectors are always on the lookout for unique and rare pieces to add to their collections, and a 1975 Lincoln penny with no mint mark is a dream find. Over the years, this particular penny has been featured in some of the world's most prestigious coin auctions, and each time, it has fetched higher and higher bids. The most recent valuation of $1.8 million reflects not just its rarity, but also the intense interest and competition among collectors. But here's the million-dollar question. Could you have one of these pennies in your pocket right now? Well, it's possible, but highly unlikely. The chances of finding one of these error pennies are slim, but that doesn't mean you shouldn't check your change. After all, one lucky find could make you a millionaire. So, how can you tell if you have a valuable penny? Start by looking at the date. 1975 is the magic year. Next, check the area just below the date for a mint mark. If you see an S, D, or P, you have a regular penny. But if there's no mint mark at all, you might just be holding a treasure worth millions. If you think you've found one of these rare coins, your next step should be to get it authenticated by a professional coin grading service. They can verify whether your penny is the real deal and help you understand its true value. Getting a coin graded involves sending it to an expert who will examine its authenticity, condition, and rarity. If it turns out to be a genuine 1975 no mint mark penny, you're in for a serious payday. So, what do you think? Will you be checking your pockets and piggy banks a little more closely from now on? This story proves that even the smallest, most ordinary things can hold extraordinary value. If you enjoyed this deep dive into the world of rare coins, don't forget to hit that like button, subscribe, and ring the bell so you never miss an update from us. Who knows, our next video could be about another hidden treasure you've been sitting on for years. We have an exciting episode lined up for you as we explore one of the most intriguing and valuable coins in American history, the 1974 Lincoln 1-cent penny. And get this, it's worth a staggering $1.9 million in the current market. That's right, this tiny piece of copper could be your ticket to a fortune. So, stick around as we uncover the secrets behind this million-dollar penny. To understand why this coin is worth so much, we need to dive into its fascinating history. The 1974 Lincoln cent, also known as the Lincoln Memorial Cent, is a coin that was produced in massive quantities by the United States Mint. But what makes it stand out? Well, it's all about the metal. In the early 1970s, the U.S. government was dealing with rising copper prices. The cost of making pennies was actually starting to exceed the face value of the coin itself. To solve this issue, the U.S. Mint began experimenting with alternative metals. In 1974, they produced a number of experimental pennies made from aluminum instead of the traditional copper. Now, here's where things get interesting. Nearly all of these aluminum pennies were recalled and destroyed because of concerns from various industries and the potential impact on vending machines. However, a few of these coins escaped the recall, and it's believed that around a dozen or so still exist today, one of which is valued at $1.9 million. So, how can you identify this rare penny? First off, the most critical aspect to look for is the material. The 1974 Lincoln cent should weigh about 3.11 grams if it's made from the standard copper alloy. But if it's one of the rare aluminum cents, it will weigh significantly less, around 0.93 grams. This difference is crucial because the aluminum penny looks almost identical to the regular copper one, except for the weight. Next, pay attention to the mint mark. The rare 1974 penny we're talking about could have been minted in Philadelphia, Denver, or San Francisco. Although it's unclear where exactly the remaining aluminum pennies originated from, the mint mark can still provide essential clues. Lastly, it's important to have the coin authenticated and graded by a reputable service like the Professional Coin Grading Service, PCGS, or Numismatic Guarantee Corporation, NGC. These organizations can confirm the authenticity of your penny and give it a grade, which significantly impacts its market value. Now, let's talk about the big question: why is this penny worth so much? The rarity of the 1974 aluminum penny is the main driver of its value. Collectors around the world are always on the lookout for unique and rare items, and this penny is one of the rarest U.S. coins in existence. Recently, one of these aluminum pennies was auctioned for a jaw-dropping $1.9 million. The sales sent shockwaves through the numismatic community and reaffirmed the incredible value of these rare coins. So, if you happen to have one of these elusive pennies, you could be sitting on a small fortune. It's worth noting that the value of such coins can fluctuate based on market demand, the coin's condition, and the availability of potential buyers. But one thing is certain: the 1974 Lincoln aluminum cent is a highly sought-after treasure in the coin world. Alright, by now, you're probably wondering how you can get your hands on one of these rare pennies. The truth is, finding one is like hitting the jackpot. Most of these pennies are either in private collections, museums, or yet to be discovered. If you're serious about coin collecting, you might want to check out estate sales, old coin collections, or even your own penny jar. Though the chances are slim, you never know what you might find. Always keep an eye out for coins that look or feel different, and don't hesitate to have any unusual pennies examined by an expert. So, there you have it. The incredible story of the 1974 Lincoln 1-cent penny worth $1.9 million. It's a reminder that even the smallest items can hold immense value. If you found this video helpful or just plain fascinating, be sure to give it a thumbs up and hit that subscribe button for more exciting content on rare coins and collectibles. And hey, if you think you've found a rare penny or have an interesting coin story, drop a comment below. We'd love to hear from you. Thanks for watching, and as always, happy collecting!